Hi. So in this video, I'm going to discuss about data wrangling and visualization. So this is the subject. Okay. So the topic is introduction to data wrangling. So what is the learning outcomes? So at the end of this unit, the students will be able to learn what is data wrangling and its role in data science. So importance in preparing data for analysis. So you need to prepare data for analysis before okay. So steps, let's see what are the steps involved in data wrangling. Task performed due to data wrangling. So what are the tools used? Jupyter Notebook, Python Interpreter, Google Colab, and some IDEs are there, PyCharm, Visual Studio. And the last is data format. There are two different formats. One is machine readable data format and human readable. So these three are the acceptable formats for data wrangling: CSV, comma, separate values, JSON, and XML. We'll see what are these three. So what is data wrangling? It's also called as data munging. It's a process of collecting, cleaning, and transforming, integrating, and organizing raw data into structured, usable format for data analysis, data visualization, and machine learning. So before giving data to data analyst or data engineer and machine ML engineers, so data should be organized, clean, and should be put in a structure. So why does raw data needs processing? Real world data is rarely need ready for analysis. So it often contains missing values and duplicate records, incorrect or inconsistent data, different file formats, not in same format, unstructured or noisy data. So we need to convert this raw data into high quality reliable data. So what is that difference? You can see the difference between data wrangling and analysis. So before analysis, it should be clean, data should be clean and prepared, removes errors, inconsistencies, transform, integrate data, produces analysis ready data sets. So what is the importance of this data wrangling and data science? So it's more about practice, implementation. So giving, instead of study, the subject is more about how you implement this data wrangling. So we'll see an example. For example, take raw sales data. So first is missing customer names, duplicate transactions, and different date formats. So encoded product codes. So all these should be rectified before before analyzing and making decision based on data. So data wrangling removes duplicates, fill missing values, standardize date formats, incorrect invalid entries. So clean data set leads to better analysis and valuable business insights. So data wrangling, now you can understand what is the significance of this data wrangling in data science. So how it is performed? So data wrangling is performed through a sequence of steps. So converts raw data into clean structure and analysis ready data set. First step is data collection. So gather data from multiple sources like CSV files, Excel spreadsheets, databases, web APIs, and JSON XML files. So collection of data is the first step. Next step is exploration. So you need to explore data, understand the data set by examining data types, missing values, duplicate records, outliers. Outliers are anomalies, data distribution. Third is cleaning. We need to clean the data by handling missing values, remove duplicates, correcting inconsistencies, eliminating invalid records. Fourth is data transformation. Convert data into suitable format, changing data types, standardizing values, normalizing data, and creating new features. Fifth step is integration. Combine data from different sources using merge, join, and concatenation. Data validation. We need to verify the process data is accurate or not. Complete consistency, ready for analysis. Finally, is the data prepared data ready for visualization? Data visualization, ML, decision making means reinforcement learning. So these are the flow diagram, the sequence of the steps in data wrangling. So task of data wrangling. Major tasks are data collection. So this already so data collection from multiple sources. Next is CSV files. Okay, web scraping is web scraping, and also from sensors. In IoT, many sensors are deployed. They collect data. So we need to collect data from different sources, from database, CSV files, Excel sheets, APIs, web scraping, and sensors. Clean the data, remove, and okay, this already we discussed. Integration. Let's see another example: hospital management system. So patient record from different hospitals you need to collect. Next, clean, remove duplicate patient IDs and missing entries. Standardize the date formats and diagnosis codes. Integration, merge laboratory, pharmacy and billing records. So verify patient information and treatment details. Save the clean dataset for reporting and predictive analytics. So with the example you better understand how this data wrangling is performed, and what is you might have understand now what is the significance of this data wrangling in data science before data analysis and decision making. So let's see what are the tools. So data wrangling requires software environments. So like I said, this is not theory. Okay, we need to do the implementation, start practicing how you perform data wrangling, visualization. So for writing, executing, debugging and analyzing Python programs. Python interpreter. So executes Python code interactively, ideal for learning basic Python concepts, testing small code snippets. So this is the first tool. Next is Jupyter Notebook. You have might have heard about this several times. Jupyter Notebook. It is based on a local host. So interactive web-based notebook. So it combines code, text, equation, visualized outputs, widely used in data science and ML. Google Colab. So it provides cloud-based GPUs, free GPUs, okay, GP graphical processing units, and you can easily store in Google Drive. No installation is required. However, cloud-based are uh, in some cases they are not secure 100%. So their edge devices are used to perform okay Python data wrangling, Python based data wrangling. Fourth is PyCharm integrated development. Okay, so PyCharm is developed by JetBrains. So it is a professional integrated development environment. It is free for academia and students, faculty, okay, educators. But for enterprise, it is available. The license is available and is commercial for enterprise. So I encourage students to use PyCharm. It is a professional, okay. Our budget brains free. This is Visual Studio Code, lightweight. So it is also one another IDE, integrated development environment. Okay. So let's see what are the five tools. Okay. So for professional, for research, and also for developers use PyCharm and Visual Studio. Beginners can use Jupyter Notebook and Python Interpreter, Google Colab. Start learning from Python Interpreter and slowly improve your to reach. Okay, so data meant to be read. So you can see CSV file, comma separated values, JavaScript object note. JSON means JavaScript object notation. So in WAN B weights and biases, okay, tracking machine ML models. So these JSON files I frequently used in my research. Configuration of the algorithms done using JSON file. Okay, extensible markup language. So first two are widely used in machine learning and data analysis. Okay, so extensible markup language. So each has its own advantages and pros and disadvantages, cons. Okay, so let's see what is CSV. Is comma separate values. Everybody knows it. Stores data rows and columns. Values separated by commas. Easy to read and edit. Small file size. Excel, Python, or SQL, etc. Example: you can see ID, name, department, CGPA 101 Rahul. Okay. So advantages: simple, portable, fast to process, widely supported. Limitations: no nested data, no data types, no metadata. These are the limitations. Let's see the next slide. So let's see what is JSON, JavaScript Object Notation. It's lightweight data interchange format that stores data as a key value page. You can see this key is ID in this example. 101 is a value. So key value page is human readable, machine also both human readable and machine readable. Support nested objects. Arrays is widely used in web APIs, and also I also used in my research for configuration of the uh, models. So see, this is the format: key value page. So it's compact, flexible, supports hierarchical data, easy integration with web applications. You can see mobile apps, cloud computing, IoT, web services, okay, REST APIs. So what is next? Format: extensible markup language. It is a markup language similar to HTML, hypertext markup language, used to represent structured and hierarchical data using custom tags. Features: what is this features? Self-descriptive, hierarchical structure, independent, it's a platform independent, and extensible. What is the structure? Example: so you can see the, for example, a student ID is roll number, okay, name. You can see the format. So it is a markup language similar to HTML. Now we can see what is the depending upon your application requirement, you can use three different data formats. So what are the advantages? Highly structured, supports validation, platform independent, and good for data exchange. So limitations is large file size. File size may be large if you store data in this format, and slower processing because file size is large, and more verbose. You can see name, you can see department. It's repeated. For example, JSON, you have only key and value. Here the CG page, it's getting repeated. So file size, more processing. So let's see what are the three data formats CSV. Let's see the differences among these three: structure, okay, tabular, key value, hierarchical, okay. So nested data. So there is not, data is not nested in CSV. JSON, okay, it's nested, human readable, okay. File size, you can see, depends upon you. If you can afford large memory, okay, then you can go for XML, okay. JSON JSON is a medium and the CSV is small. Okay, processing speed as you see, the file size is large, so the processing speed is moderate. Next is a medium, small, and a common use cases. Uses are data analysis and spreadsheets, APIs, application program interfaces, web applications. Okay, this XML is used on enterprise system configuration. Enterprises can afford, not only memory, can afford money, so they go for XML. They can afford large file size, okay. For learning base, we go for beginners can choose CSV based. For advanced learners like researchers, developers, they can use JSON data format for APIs. I hope this is the only introduction. In the next units, we learn numerical pythons, pandas. Okay, so basically, it's the prerequisite is basic Python programming. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.